Hi all, and welcome to the video. In this one, it's Let's Build a Toon, number 42. Right, and it's more of an update really for Fatty because he's not doing anything exciting at the moment. No, he isn't. I've been mucking around on Witcher 3, which you'll know if you watched the last video. So at the moment, as you can see, Fatty is now 219. We're nearly there, and a lot of you guys thought I probably wouldn't get past 100 with him. Well, yeah. So anyway, let's see how he's doing. We've just killed off the prisoner we needed, so I'm going to do this. Wait for the ads to spawn, and AoE calm. Et voila. And then I don't think this actually hits back, although it seems to be. So got wasteful arm movements there, plus a laser fervor. And I think I'm looking forward to the most, strangely, with Fatty, is in fact this. Carlo Beniti as the second pet. I would have been able to cast that a long time ago at those stats, time, space and matter creation at 1400. If you consider Fatty, even though he's Atrox, is now having 2k and it's not maxed yet. So, yeah, that would not have been a problem, but the nano itself is locked to 200. If we try and use it before then, so I right click, it just says you must be that level. So I'm just going to start nuking this thing. However, I think it's about ready to hit the detonator. Let's get to a safe range actually. Ow. Well, you know, I was on about safe range. That wasn't a safe range, which is why we just took a shed load of damage. Thankfully, he's Atrox, so he survived. Let's send the pets over to this one. And the same routine again for this. It's almost like Fatty doesn't have to participate in a lot of stuff now, other than, you know, debuffs and such like. Although, that's not really the way I want to play him. Checking all the, yeah, all the ads have got stuff on them. Yeah, these things do take time to kill. They've got a massive kind of absorb on them, and I take most damage from them simply because of the reflect, unless I'm doing it on the NT, the Job nanos, well, the LE nanos, but yeah. Do seem to work pretty damn well. It's the shield reflect that actually does any damage. For some reason I can't work out. Minion is taking damage, but Carlita isn't. It's kind of odd. We're just waiting for the reflect to jump up, and that means we're in the ballpark. Yep, there we go. Come away, pets. Come away. I think we're far enough. No, we weren't. Need to be further than that, but okay. So yeah, two very dead alien things. Now, the last mission I've got left is 4 holes graffiti. Oh god, I hate this mission. I really do. I'm going to jump in a physical Yalm for this one. Let's get our can of spray paint. There we go. It actually looks like a can of spray paint these days, which is pretty cool. So I'm going to hop back to tier. I think this dumps me. I'm sure it does. With the actual recall beacon. Yep. And then 4 holes. Now, if there's a title farmer there, we're going to have a problem. Because what they do is people go there for the XP buff, which you can see in a video in the corner just now. And a lot of people will AFK while they wait for that buff. Actually, before we do, I'm just going to talk to Warden Staines very quickly. Yeah, so they stand on top of a roof in Sneak. It's usually an agent. It can be anybody, but yeah, it's typically an agent. And you know, rather than actually fight anybody, they just spam an alpha on somebody whose buffs probably aren't running, is not geared for PvP in the least, and you know, just take the points. You know, so the higher someone's title, the more crap at PvP I generally think they are, because they don't PvP. They just gank people. Right, so let's go. I'm not too worried about the XP buff from this. Yeah, they're usually stood on there, or sometimes up on here. You can hide in the shop because you've got the timer, but when you're doing this mission, which forces you into PvP for PVM reward, then you're flagged, which means you can't. It wouldn't matter if you ran in the shop; they could run in after you and still gank you, effectively. But there we are. That's the way it is on Rubicar. So when you've done this, it's right click. Okay, that's all three. I would be very careful about getting back to civilization. A lot of people will just jump into the grid and wait out the flag. But usually you're going to enter the grid. You can't be attacked once you're inside the grid, as most of you will know. But as soon as you exit the grid, you can have pretty big problems. So there's a couple of ways you can do this, really. My way is just to go, you know what, sod it, and just go straight back and cash in the mission. Now, when you cash in the mission, you can see here we've got the timer there. It's telling me I've got 15 minutes. So you'll jump out in your own faction's city to hand this mission in. If you're Omni, I think it's in Rome, or one of the Romes. But if anyone spots you jumping out flagged and attacks you, well, tough, because you were flagged. They can even be waiting in here for you, and then as soon as you talk to this chap and say mission complete, boom, the flag disappears, which is pretty nice. So the last time this little yellow bar is going to fill for Fatty. Pretty awesome, actually. Alright, let's talk to this one. Can I have my reward now? Yes, you can. And finally, go and talk to the alien daily handler guy. Mission complete. There you go, yeah. Fatty is now, I think he's AI 27. Let's just quickly check that. Yeah, AI 27. And yeah, I've still got a bit of work to do with him on research, but you can see I've got a few, well, 3 9s and an 8 to complete. But no, there's a lot more going on than that. I've still got all these that I haven't got to. It's because I haven't been grinding Inferno missions. I just decided that, you know, I didn't really want to do that on this character. It was just a bit too boring. Oh, and a bit of self-advertisement here. I've got a couple of items for sale, so if you want to buy them from anyone else, that's fine, go ahead, do that. But my orders, I've got Nullity Sphere Mark II for 250 mil, which isn't that bad. I had a look, and a lot of people were asking for a lot more, up to 500 million, but yeah, I don't know if it's quite worth that. So yeah, it's on sale for 250. So if you want some gear that's been farmed by this character as a bit of a nostalgia trip, then you can. It's that thing there. So yeah, that's where Fatty's at the minute. We've got plenty of research to be getting on with. Then the next big thing, I guess, is going to be well, it's going to be gear and implants, really. It's got some decent bits that you've probably already seen in the previous sort of playthroughs and stuff, but I need to at least get the Alapa shoulder pad on him, some decent back armor, a better left-hand weapon. I was thinking of the beast one, so at least I've got burst, etc. going on still. And then the implants, yeah, I'm still using that one. I mean, the others aren't too ridiculous, but it's about time he had some beaters in there, I think. But yeah, the problem is with the control ones, as you can see there, they're intelligence and stamina, which is psychic, intelligence, stamina. So the stamina's never a problem on Fatty because he's Atrox. So as you can see there, we're virtually there. You know, one buff and we've done it for a beta. However, yeah, we're sort of struggling a little bit there. So it's kind of getting closer to doable. I think we just need to finish off those bits of research, and he should be pretty viable again. So yeah, that's where Fatty's at, folks. So I thought I'd touch base on this one, number 42, which I was going to save for hitting 220, but I guess this time round it'll be 43, I guess, or maybe I'll just rename this as 41A and sort of get round it that way, 41B and get round it that way. Okay, folks, bye for now.